by the Dark Ones, Necronomicon Ex Mortis, roughly translated, Book of the Dead. The book was written long ago, when the seas ran red with blood. It was this blood that was used to ink the book. The book speaks of an evil presence that roams the forest and dark bowers of man's domain. It is through the recitation of the book's passages that this dark spirit is given license to possess the living.
That was our second show.
Oh, that was our first show.
That was our first show?
Yeah, we started our very first show here at Sidewalk with me doing the complete dialogue of Evil Dead 2 while Jack juggled. That was the first song of our first show. But Jack was a better juggler then, and I remembered more of the more than the first 3 minutes of the movie.
It was hard to keep an audience's attention, so we had to do it.
Yeah, like Jack said, this is kind of like throwing my own funeral, which is great. I mean, I could die happy if, but it's like, it's like throwing yourself a birthday party, essentially. And I'm so glad that all those people were able to play, all my favorite performers from 1998. There's so many other people I would have loved to include on the bill, but it would have made our set start at like 3 a.m. or something. Would have loved to have had Peter DeZoza and Mike Reckner, Pre-War Yard Sale, and Lenny Molotov, and so many other great folks that when I first showed up at Sidewalk with Jack, Latch, Joey Dead Blonde Girlfriend, Marilee, I mean, the list goes on and on. But, yeah, but there's no point in giving props to people who aren't even here. I gotta call out the people that are in the room. Yes, once in a while, every couple of years or so, when I'm having trouble writing a set list, I think, well, why don't we do one of those nights where we just do a chronological set list? And of course, that makes sense for tonight. So we'll do a chronological set, which starts at the beginning, and then we'll see how far we get before we get cut off by the mandolin tip jar. We don't want to keep everybody out too late. It's a Tuesday. And yeah, it was Tuesday, 20 years ago, last Tuesday of July. I graduated college. I had just turned 22, fall in '97. I was trying to draw comic books. Jack was in his senior year of high school. He was 17. And I was paying $150 a month rent on West 28th Street.
Amazing.
And I was still a starving, broke artist. Even paying $150 a month rent, when I would come to Sidewalk, I would avoid eye contact with the waitstaff so they wouldn't make me do the one drink minimum. And I would just come here and see whatever was playing, because it was free to get in and I had no money, and it was, it was always interesting. I didn't know anybody here. I just would show up, random nights. But I was also making up songs at home alone while I was drawing comic books. I would sometimes pick up, there was a guitar in that apartment on West 28th Street, and I was making up these like simple little songs. But they were like so simple, but I really loved them, and I thought I should come play the open mic and start playing these songs. So this is one of the first ones. You say you've got a heavy heart. You say you've got a heavy heart. You say you've got a heavy heart. It's hard for you to start carrying your heavy old heart. You say you've got a heavy load. You say you've got a heavy load. You say you've got a heavy load. Walking down the road, carrying your heavy old heart. And you sure don't know where you're going. You sure don't know where you're going. You sure don't know where you're going. But I say that the sun don't know when it's glowing. A flower don't know when it's growing. A river eventually said, do you want to play a gig? And usually when you're starting out, they start you out on a Tuesday. And my brother Jack, who was 17 at the time, was often there with me at the open mic. And our first ever gig was also our first album release show for our first tape, which had songs on it like this one. There was an inchworm who played the French horn, I'm not quite sure how. When she flopped, she would rock, when she flipped, she would rip, there she goes now. Going flippity, floppity, flippity, floppity, yeah. Flippity, floppity, flippity, floppity, yeah. There was a frog who played guitar all winter long in his mud hole. He played every day of his life except before he had arms when he was a tadpole. And he sang hippity hoppity, hippity hoppity, yeah. Hippity hoppity, hippity hoppity, yeah. There was a crab in the sand who took a stab at playing the upright. With her claws on the neck, she played along to Miles Davis records all night. And she went bee-bee-boppity, bee-bop-boppity, yeah. Bee-bop-boppity, bee-bop-boppity, yeah. There was a horse who played the drums, of course, with all four hooves. He banged and he clocked, he never stopped until he needed new horseshoes. And he went clippity cloppity, clippity cloppity, yeah. Clippity cloppity, clippity cloppity, yeah. There was a rabbit who took a stab at singing some songs. But he was only in the scene to get girl rabbits, and they screwed like rabbits all night long. And he sang hippity hoppity, hippity hoppity, yeah. Until the frog sued him for copyright infringement one day. And the frog and the horse and the crab and the inchworm formed a band. And they played at open mic nights throughout the land. And they never made a lot of money, but they had a lot of fun. And they were never in it just for the money anyway. And Jack, in addition to playing the slinky on certain songs and juggling on other songs, was also making up his own songs. And you know, when I was thinking we should try to play some of these old songs, I realized that it might be hard in this digital age to find a slinky. But Jack scoured the neighborhood, and at Dinosaur Hill, the old toy store on 9th Street, Jack found an actual slinky for sale. So no expense was spared in putting this show together. So yeah, 17-year-old Jack in high school was making up these songs, and I was like, those are great. So they went on the tape too. 5, 6, 7, 8, I'm talking about